Good evening, and welcome to a really special announcement of the Black Belt Philosopher. So, as many of you know, yesterday is my birthday, and it marked 3 years since I moved to Boston. And it's kind of funny to say that because actually right now I'm writing in Pennsylvania. So this is kind of the writing nook, the writing space. It actually has allowed me to get closer to nature again and to just kind of pare things down. You always hear about writers kind of tucking away in a cabin in the woods somewhere, and off to my right are mountains and fields and things like that. So not quite in the woods, but not quite not in the woods either. And I've been here for 3 months. As many of you who follow me know, I've been doing some pretty intensive writing. And that's really what I'm here to talk with you about tonight, is this big project that I've been working on for, it's actually more than 20 years now. And that's pretty amazing in itself. Yeah, I'm really stubborn, in case some of you haven't figured that out by now. But it's gradually morphed from this book on self-defense and stress management, which are 2 classes that I used to actually teach at the university here. And it's kind of changed into more of what I like to call a philosophy of curiosity. In other words, how do we learn? How do we grow? And the thing that I keep coming back to, both from looking at Western philosophy and personal experience, is it really starts with this sense of curiosity. And you see this in some of the Western symbolism. Some of you may be familiar with Joseph Campbell and this theory of the hero's journey or the monomyth. And this is kind of an extension of that, but it's kind of brought me into some odd areas that honestly I never thought I'd go into. 2 of them being tarot, zodiac, but not so much from the idea of divination or being able to foretell the future or anything like that, but really trying to bring my science base, which is engineering and systems, and looking at it from a perspective of, okay, what are these people really trying to communicate? And I think I found some pretty fascinating stuff to share with you in the book and through some of these videos. So, basis for a lot of the book is symbolism found within the Golden Dawn Tarot, which I'm holding a deck here. And really, one of the things that they talk about is this idea of everything emanating from the Fool. The Fool is like this quintessential person looking, kind of muddling around, but not really knowing what they're doing. And in a lot of ways, that's where all of us start off, especially with any type of new endeavor. We kind of bumble around, we kind of fumble around, but it's this playful notion. And you see this in one of the tarot cards, the Golden Dawn Tarot by Robert Wang, where they actually have a picture of a child picking a rose, and you may or may not be able to see that, and I'm hoping to get permission to use some of these for the site and the book. But it's this idea of, ooh, I see something and I'm curious and I want to kind of examine it more, get to know it better. And this is really the idea of, building a relationship. And that's how all of us learn, whether it's a relationship with a person, whether it's a relationship with something like martial arts or yoga, which I've had the pleasure to experience personally. But when you get into this idea of personal development, growth, you go right into curiosity and needing to be open. So really, I've changed the name of the book a number of times. Finally, right now, the working draft copy title is The Philosophy of Curiosity. And I'm hoping that you'll check this out. I'm hoping that you'll go on this journey with me. I'm going to be posting a lot of things, obviously spacing it out over time, but really looking for some feedback as this book comes together, because it's really about making a book not for me, but for you and the audience. So this idea of, what makes you curious? What are you really, really interested in? And this is something that nobody can answer for any of us, right? I had to figure out that martial arts or yoga or cooking. These things over time, and they do change, but it's this process of asking yourself, what interests me? What am I genuinely interested in? Not what is society telling me I should be interested in, or what is marketing, or what are these commercials on TV or these billboards telling me I should be interested in and will make me happy. But what am I really curious about that I can see building a relationship and taking the time to really learn and really get to know, whether that's in the form of a person or whether that's in the form of a sport or gardening or anything. That's up to each of us. But really that beginning starts with just that idea of, oh, that's interesting, and being honest with ourselves, no matter how weird or quirky that might seem. So that's the direction this book's going. We still have the learning component, but it's really focused on curiosity. So share with me some ideas, and I'll talk with you again soon. Take care. Bye.